And here I am in Oasis Cafe. Hello, Nick of Light. How's your project for re-energising holistic cafe in London and shows in personal and
personal
life? Is it going well, all the projects?
It's going very well. Yes, it's going very well. We're trying to avoid the noise here because there's been drilling. And we were sitting here, minding our own business, and there's been drilling.
I know that you've experienced noise problems where you're living. Generally, Londoners are put under a huge amount of electronic stress and noise stress, and they now have noise managers. So have you got any techniques through your chanting with the Buddhist movement, or with the Hare Krishna movement, or the relaxation movement, the holistic movement, to overcome these stress levels when this noise occurs?
I think one way to deal with noise is just to give the person a dirty look. Like this, just look at them, and they turn around, whatever they're doing, and they look back and they might stop.
What if they're downstairs, upstairs, next door in their office, and do you write letters? How did you deal with this noise?
Seriously, I think
mediation?
Noise is a serious problem.
They do actually have noise officers now. Did you know that?
But it's not very good. It's a political system, and it tends to favour those that are the most clever, the crafty, the usual sort of, the most educated. So if you've got two disputing groups, they tend to go for that. It's the same old thing. But you have to really. It's all about karma and connecting with the other person, giving compassion, especially if the other side. If the other side's very wealthy, there can be an arrogance about the noise. There can be an arrogance about not stopping it. I've heard this over and over again.
What about these council mediation groups where you get neighbourhood mediation? Do you think that's had any help? Like international mediation that Bishop Tutu does.
I haven't heard of many of these.
Between the Irish.
I haven't heard of many of it actually working. I've only
heard. Does it make it? It does help a bit.
I don't actually know because I haven't.
My neighbour refused.
Yeah.
And it made it worse.
Did it? Yeah.
Because she felt that there was a problem, and then because I'd asked her for mediation, she thought she needed counselling.
Yeah.
So it made her feel worse.
Yes, it can. It can.
So by trying to help, you can make it worse.
You can, but also mediation can be the last resort before going to court, so people can feel under that pressure to make it work.
Do you think chanting sometimes can make you more angry? Is it a calming chant?
Chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nichiren Daisho means Buddhism from 1212. Your voice connects you to the universe, and you're able to steer out of life what you need. So if you chant.
So here we have the noise.
Oh, my neck!
This is Holistic London.
Yeah, I think
talking about noise management.
I think
at Oasis Cafe where we have our gigs.
I'm very sensitive to noise. Now there's a dirty look. You just,
I heard you were very influenced.
It works, so it works.
So your comical way of surviving through life was humour, and that's why Holistic has a humorous side to it. And who inspired you in comedy? Was this Dick Emery, you said?
Oh, God, yeah. I love
Kenny Everett?
Yeah, all that. I love those people.
And who else? The Carry On movie people?
Benny Hill, Carry On. I really
Who was that earlier one? When I was a kid, who climbed up ladders and
I think that slapstick is a universal form of comedy.
How about the silent movie guys, Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton?
I didn't like them, but I like Lauren Hardy. My whole family loved it. Really loved it.
Do you think Lauren Hardy were a couple of men that lived together, and that was covered up for years?
It's possible. There was a rumour going around. But I think slapstick's a universal form of comedy. And that's what I think in every country you get slapstick. Somebody dropping a pencil and then someone dropping a pencil and then splitting their trousers. Somebody dropping a pencil and then splitting their trousers as they bend over would make anyone laugh in any country. It's universal. It's a very simple dishwashing sense of humour that I really love. Yeah.
So it's interesting you're mixing song with stress management in London with comedy. This is quite. And you have these events that makes good food.
It comes from my mum. She's very much a natural comedian.
Yeah,
and because she had a lot of mental health problems, so somehow couldn't end up doing what she was good at, which was performance. But she did do a Guinness advert once, and the director noticed her amongst the crowd as an extra, and they wanted to pay for her to do acting lessons. He noticed that she had something. She's a very funny woman, very Lauren Hardy naturally.
So humour is the best
It came from my mum.
therapy.
I just think, I think if I was in prison, I would be using humour wherever I was. It's just
So humour's a good. So this is one of the key holistic London approaches. Is
comedy.
you know, a good atmosphere, good food, good laugh, good sing-song, which is an ancient tribal thing to do. We'll gather around, have a laugh, have food, release your tension and feel better at the end of it.
Exactly. I think I like singing as well, but very loud singing is very therapeutic because it breaks through all the problems.
Working in choirs and gospels like our friends have, Maddie and everybody, that really healed their family problems, didn't it? My father's done that.
Yeah, I think singing's very good. And comedy is...
Comedy's a big thing, but sometimes comedy can be too personal and the person won't speak to you for...
It depends.
I found some of the
Depends
circuits
how it's
in
done.
London were very, what were they? Quite sexual and naughty and swearing. Like everybody could let off all their naughtiness.
Now I'm going to ask Sue from Holistic London about how she started off in the 90s performing on the circuit as comedy, performance, healing.
Turn it around. Yeah.
How did you start, Sue? Because we worked together as Holistic London.
Well at school we did a bit of theatre drama, and then where I grew up, Dartington Hall, they had theatre drama, so we went there, that was unique. Then we were doing street theatre, and the thing I was fascinated by was the mummers' plays. It goes back to medieval plays. So if you link the modern open mic, where we met, with our kind of Sufi ideas of getting the family together every month.
Oh yeah.
You are communicating in the street with the people in the square. So before TV and before radio, people would have their own travelling minstrel show coming to their house. So I was fascinated by the storytelling, travelling minstrels, theatres. So I sort of studied that from school as a hobby really. So all these years later, linking up at open mic, trying to combine the good food with the good mama's play, with the community therapy, with healing the self, the family, the community, and having a good old laugh with good food and good sharing, and bring people's confidence and spirit back. That's the big thing, confidence and spirit, which is broken in our society.
By using voice and kind of tone and poetry and words
and good food. I think good food before or after.
Where did you get inspired to do your sort of getting the audience to heal themselves? By shaking their hands, rubbing their backs, or
it's a combination really of drama therapy, meditation practices over the years.
Oh, it's very good.
Oval Theatre in South London. Yeah.
And so we've all done a few performances now. We've done a few churches and curry houses. So what will we do next?
We're going to be doing some more events, hopefully in Clapham Common and the Park, Cafe Oasis where we are today.
Yeah.
They're doing it up actually, that was a noise, it was a joke. They're doing the kitchen up to do better food.
Yeah.
And we're doing better performances. So see you there at In Spirals Sunday night.
And they can find us on Facebook.
There's On for Peace in Brixton, where people link up.
And where are we? Where are we on Facebook? We are the Holistic London Show on Facebook. Colour and Light.
You get to us, Colour and Light.
Yeah, Facebook.
We're on Tower Bridge looking ridiculous, but I think you're the wrong side. Anyway, over an hour from Clapham Common. Thank you, Nick.